Chapter 1. You have no idea what you actually want? Let's start with the most embarrassing thing about the human brain. It is genuinely terrible at predicting what will make it happy. Not slightly off, not in the ballpark. Embarrassingly, measurably, scientifically documented, terrible. Psychologists call this affective, forecasting our ability to predict our own future emotional states. And the research, led most famously by Harvard psychologist Daniel Gilbert, shows that we are consistently wrong. We overestimate how good the good things will feel. We overestimate how bad the bad things will feel, and we dramatically underestimate how quickly we adapt to both. The promotion feels good for 3 weeks. The new car stops mattering after 6 months. The relationship you thought would complete you just creates a different set of problems with a more attractive face. If you don't regard what you have as enough, you'll never be happy, even if you're the ruler of the whole world. Seneca, quoting Epicurus. Here's where it gets interesting. The reason we're so bad at this isn't stupidity. It's a specific cognitive error. We focus almost entirely on external circumstances when predicting future happiness. The job title, the square footage, the Instagram-worthy life, while completely ignoring the one variable that research consistently shows matters most: our own personality and inner world. How we interpret events, what we tell ourselves about them, the degree to which we've built a life that aligns with our actual values rather than the values we've been sold. The Stoics diagnosed this same problem 2,000 years ago without any fMRI machines. Marcus Aurelius called it ambition in its worst sense, tying your well-being to what other people say and do, to outcomes you don't control, to a moving goalpost that can always be shifted further away. He contrasted it with what he called sanity, tying your well-being to your own actions, to things you actually control. The hedonic treadmill is real, and you're on it right now. There's a mechanism at work here called hedonic adaptation. Your brain has a happiness baseline, a kind of emotional thermostat, and it is ruthlessly efficient at returning you to that baseline no matter what happens. Win the lottery? Back to baseline within a year? Become paralyzed in an accident? Back to roughly baseline within a year? Get the promotion, the house, the car, the recognition? Baseline. This is not a design flaw. It kept your ancestors from sitting around in satisfied bliss while predators circled the campfire. But it means that if your entire strategy for happiness is acquire more things and achieve more status, you are running on a treadmill that speeds up every time you get close to the front of it. The Stoic answer and the research answer, it turns out, is the same. Stop running. Or more precisely, run towards something different. Musonius Rufus, one of the great Stoics, was exiled 4 times, lost everything, repeatedly. And what he kept discovering in exile was that he needed almost nothing to be genuinely content. A little food, water, sunshine, the capacity for thought and conversation. He realized, with some shame, that he'd been living in Rome, the most spectacular city in the world, and never actually experiencing it. Like the person who lives in New York and has never been to the Met. What actually creates lasting fulfillment? The research here is remarkably consistent. Strong, meaningful relationships, a sense of personal autonomy, the feeling that your life is yours to direct, work that feels purposeful and engaging, and a fundamental orientation of gratitude toward what you already have rather than a relentless focus on what you lack. That's it. That's the list. And notice what's not on it. Job title, net worth, social media following, the respect of people you don't actually respect yourself, the body that gets strangers to look at you in the gym. Theodore Roosevelt said, "Comparison is the thief of joy." Seneca said, "If you don't regard what you have as enough, you'll never be happy, even if you rule the world." Viktor Frankl, a man who survived the Nazi concentration camps, said, "Happiness cannot be pursued. It must ensue. It arrives as a byproduct of living well, not as a reward for wanting it." Happiness isn't a thing you get. It's a thing that happens to you when you stop trying to get it and start doing the work instead. The practical implication of all this is confronting. It means your goals, the ones you're currently grinding towards, might be optimized for the wrong variables. It means that success, in the conventional sense, might deliver exactly what it promises and still leave you hollow. It means Cicero and Seneca, two of the most brilliant men in history, spent their lives chasing political power and recognition and died unfulfilled because they kept thinking the next achievement would finally be enough. It never was. It never will be. Not for them. Not for you. So the first question this book asks you to sit with is this. Are you actually building a life you want? Or are you building the life you've been told to want by people who are selling something? Take your time. The answer matters more than anything else in these pages.